I'm now going to share with you my news. Da, da, da. What is it? I mean, it's kind of a little bit sad too, because I have come to the decision that it's time to bring speaking about speaking to an end in this particular format. So after today, I have one more speaking about speaking next Tuesday with a fabulous Giovanetti, who will be on with me next week, but she will be my last guest for this present time. I'm then going to take a break over the summer for July and August to rethink what speaking about speaking and what the podcast could possibly be. But I'd like to run some stuff past you because this is very much an experiment and a suck it and see kind of thing. And I'd really like to know what you think. I mean, for speaking about speaking, I've had some fabulous guests. I've had a lot of fun, but it feels like it's run its course and it's time for a bit of a shake-up. So I'm looking at a new format, a new vision, and a different focus, I think. But this will coincide with a further development of the Speak Like a Speaker brand, which obviously encompasses the Speaker Club too. Again, it's very experimental. And it's very much about you guys, the audience, my audience out there, those of you that feel like they're stuck, but recognize that you have this desire to speak comfortably and confidently to your audience. So if you feel you're that person, that you're frightened, a little bit worried about putting yourself out there, and if you want to get yourself excited about stepping onto a stage, if you're a bit fearful about being vulnerable, but you're understanding that if you don't take this step, you miss great opportunities to grow yourself and your business, then maybe this next incarnation will be for you. But I'd love your input. I'd love to find out what you think this could be. So on July the 16th at 2 p.m, I am going to be running a live Zoom call, basically, of what I think I would like the next incarnation of the podcast to be. It'll be a 45 minutes. It will be weekly again. As far as I know, as I say, this is subject to change, but at the moment, these are my thoughts. It'll be a Zoom call, so I can invite as many people in. I'm thinking if we, 20, 25 is probably maximum so that everybody gets a bit of space. But it will be a Zoom call that will be live streamed. And within that 45 minutes, they'll be learning from me. There'll be a warm up, of course. They'll be learning from me. I'm hoping there will be an opportunity maybe to bring in some guests at that point so that, we can do a 10-minute Q&A interview kind of session within that 45 minutes too. And then I'm hoping that there will be, like there is in the room in real life Speaker Club, there'll be an opportunity for you guys to step up and do some speaking of your own. If you wanted to bring along something that you're working on for some feedback, if you just want some practice, in the in-person Speaker Club, I have lucky dip questions. I like to call the hot seat, and you have a minute. You pick a question randomly and you have a minute to answer the question. It just gives you the opportunity to exercise those speaking muscles. And if there's any time left at the end, there'll obviously be a Q&A, an opportunity for you to ask questions. So that's the idea so far. So that's July the 16th at 2 o'clock. That is a Tuesday. So I thought I'd keep it to a Tuesday. I'm hoping it will be weekly, but what I'd like to do with the July the 16th, that will be a little bit of a one-off, just to test it, just to test the water. And then I will bring it back in full swing, hopefully hit the ground running in September. But again, this is all a little bit experimental. So bear with me, but please do come along on July the 16th, bring along anybody that you think would benefit as well. And there will be, again, a learning session, a little bit of a warm-up, perhaps a guest, an opportunity for you to bring something that you're working on, to speak to an audience, just to get those speaking muscles working.